Welcome, welcome, welcome. You are in the right place at the right time. Today is Saturday and it's 12 noon Central Standard Time, and I'm here to give you another episode of From the Desk of Dr. Ron. So I appreciate you all dropping in, taking time out of your busy schedule to pay attention to what I have to say. And I want to thank you all. Now, if I don't say it enough, I want to thank you all. Um, Before I get started, I want to give a shout out to my mentor. My mentor, Dr. Hunt, and I have been traveling in life together 30 plus years. And out of those 30 plus years, he has been a blessing to both me and my family. And I appreciate someone that has been in my life to be able to mentor me, to help me along this journey when there's many pitfalls and many obstacles that can cause problems. So having a mentor can be a blessing in so many different ways. That's the reason why I talk about mentors the way that I do, because I'm trying to encourage you to get a mentor, someone that you can count on and you can be a blessing to him and his life or her life, and a blessing to you and your life. So it's invaluable to have someone to talk to be able to help you navigate life. So get a mentor and then get a show so you can shout them out. So that's my shout out for today. So look, as you can see, I've got something that's a concern to everybody. You know, what I think about the debt ceiling. You know, it's a major political move going on in Washington, D.C., where the Republicans are trying to flex their majority numbers, to be able to hinder the process of government going forward. And there is a large mega base that is responsible for this obstacle. Now, no matter what the president, whether it be a Democrat or a Republican, the debt ceiling comes around at least once a year. And every year they have to consider, to pay our bills or not pay our bills. That's basically what it boils down to. The United States got bills that are due. And the Republicans all of a sudden feel like they can stop government from working by not paying their bills. And they're absolutely correct. If they don't pay the bills, government will screech to a halt. Now, what does that mean? So that means everybody that's a government employee will not get a check. Now, if they choose to work or not work, that's up to them, but they won't get a check because the debt ceiling has not been raised, and the ability to be able to pay you, the money's not going to be there to pay. So postal carriers, the military, anybody that holds a government position. Now, how that affects me is terrible enough to say I get Social Security. So that means my Social Security check will not come out. I have Medicare. There's a possibility my Medicare might refuse to pay bills, which is nothing new about that. They don't like to pay no way. But it affects me, the Joe Blow that's down here in the lowest level of the community. I get affected by that rhetoric and the foolishness that's going on up in Washington, D.C. Now, the representatives, the Senate, the Congress, they're supposed to be doing the will of the people. But there's nothing about the people in this. There were some of the things that the Republicans, the mega Republicans, presented as cuts in budget were things like we don't want to pay the FBI. We want to cut the FBI. We want to cut Social Security. We want to cut, many services that are already in place. And they're just like, we're not signing or presenting a debt ceiling until we cut some of these agencies and some of these offices. Well, you know, that's crazy. I'm just going to say it like that. It's totally insane. Okay? Why would you want to cut the FBI? The FBI is a federal branch that seeks out foreign entities that are trying to hurt us in this country. They're also the police for the Department of Justice. So what you're saying is you don't want the Department of Justice to have any type of enforcement arm whatsoever. Because that way they can run amok and act a fool and not have to worry about, anybody coming after them, because there are many members of Congress that are still being investigated for the January 6th. So they figure if they get rid of the policing arm or the Department of Justice, they ain't got nobody to investigate. I like, oh, look, we ain't got to worry about nothing. All we got to do is just don't give them their money and they're going to quit. Well, I don't know. I would hope that the FBI wouldn't quit because they're not getting paid. I hope they would want to root out all of the foolishness in government and be able to say, okay, I may have not got paid, but I'm doing this one for free. That's what I would hope they would say. Now, something else that I came up with, and I have been mentioning this on some of my other shows, that if the government is so concerned about balancing the budget or getting out of debt, why don't all of the members of Congress volunteer their paychecks to help balance the budget? Aha, as the professor would say. Give your money. Don't take a check until the government has balanced its budget, until the government's debts are paid. Donate your money. Okay? It's the people's money anyway. You're supposed to be the people's representative. Then do something heroic, because that would be heroic, like that. Y'all don't need the money. Everybody's in a hurry to go on vacation for Memorial Day weekend coming up, and they have not reached an agreeable resolution on the debt ceiling. So they just want to quit and like, okay, we're going home. We're going to be back in about 3-4 weeks. But by that time, the government will have shut down. So, I would hope that all of the places in this country that have an ear to hear and are listening to what I'm saying, that you get in touch with your representative and tell them, hey, if it's such a priority to you to balance the budget and stop spending, quote unquote, wasteful spending, then why don't you give your paycheck up? Why don't you give up your insurance so that the government's debt will not be as high? Because trying to pay all of these clowns would make it very difficult to balance the budget, because these clowns is, they making money doing this clown stuff. Okay? So if you're not going to do your job, then you need to donate your money back. Okay? And we'll see how long it takes to balance the budget and the debt of the United States. Okay? So call up your representative, get on the phone and say, hey, I'm with you. You should balance the debt ceiling. Why don't you quit getting paid? Why don't you do this job for free, since you love it so much and you think you know what's best for the people that you're supposed to be serving? But this just lets you know what I've been saying all along, that the government is broken and they don't have a clue on how to fix it. Okay? So that's my thoughts about the debt ceiling. I feel that our elected officials ought to donate their check back to the government to help balance the budget. Let's get rid of some of this debt. And then when they balance the budget and the debt is cleared up, then you can start getting the check in. Because then I bet you they'll be working because they're going to want their money. Okay? So let's just put that out there. If you call your representative, call your senator, call your congressperson, and tell them, why don't you forego your check since you worried about the American people so much? Because I need my check. You going to try and balance the budget off the backs of the seniors? Come on, man. Something wrong with that statement. All right, I'm not going to continue saying the same thing. This is what's going on in front of us on a daily basis. The debt ceiling, the so-called power negotiating, and the government officials that we elected are not doing their job. They want the vacation, but yet they haven't earned it. Okay? They want to go away, but yet they haven't earned it. They are walking away, walking around, trying to deal with being a badass, and none of them look like badasses to me. Okay? Take care of the job that you were sent to Washington, D.C. to take care of. Okay? So I know I'm going to get some hate mail on this. You know, I don't have no problem. Y'all see my website up there. You can send me all the hate mail you want. I promise I'll read it on the air. All the hate mail coming in, send it directly to me. I will read it on the air. Okay, I want to invite you guys to go over to my website, ask-dr-ron.com. When you get over there, you'll notice that you'll be able to watch all of my shows directly on the live. Okay, you'll be able to see the lives right there on the website. Just click the button, says live, boom. You'll be able to watch the show when they're live. Don't forget to check out, while you're there, all of my advertisers. Everybody that helps make my shows possible, and some. There's some people on there that have been on there, been with me for 10, 15 years. So please support them. I appreciate all those that do. All right. I want to remind you guys that I have a show each and every Wednesday on Street News Now. You can join me there at noon each and every Wednesday. Check me out each and every Wednesday for the noon report. Don't forget to check that out. Also, a reminder, you can find me here each and every Saturday at 12 p.m. Central Standard Time. I just want to thank you guys for stopping in and checking out From the Desk of Dr. Ron. I really appreciate you guys. I want to thank all those that have made contributions and donations up to this point in time. Thank you so very much. They help keep things flowing and moving around here. Thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. We have reached a small milestone. There's 100 people that have clicked the subscribe button. So now we need to get to 200. So keep telling people about it. Please don't hesitate to subscribe, like, and share. So that's it for today. Tomorrow, join me for my Black History Moment. We'll be talking about an historical Black figure. We do 365 days a year of Black history. So please join me on tomorrow for the Black History Moment. See you guys then.